Hey guys, bothering me lately is the fact that people feel that they need to live to impress other people, and it all comes from insecurity. You see, society places this image in our heads that this is how we should look and this is how we should act, but the truth is, it's all a lie. And I'm done with it, and I'm here to share with you guys how to not follow that lie. You see, society tells you that especially for girls, you need to look a certain way and put on a face, wear makeup, and wear provocative clothes. Act like you don't care about anything and that you're just so prideful. But the truth is, it says in the Bible that charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is worthy to be praised. And I think that that is so important, and that as girls or women, we need to really figure out what it is about us that is respectable and why we need to live that life. You see, I learned this phrase at camp last year, and it's called modest is hottest. And I find it so satisfying because it proves that you don't have to look a certain way or wear certain clothes for people to get attention from people. In the end, you really don't need to search for attention from people because the Spirit of the Lord inside of you is drawn. People are drawn to that love inside of you. But you have to express it. You've got to learn how to use that love. For the Lord says that you love because I first loved you. And it's so true that you can't just take love and use that lightly. You cannot just go out on a whim and try to find love in other people. You can't try to find it by doing things that you know you shouldn't be doing, like drinking, go out and partying, and like just doing certain things like that, because that's all temporary and it's gonna fade away. But the truth is, the love of the Lord is unconditional and it lasts forever. And once you share that with other people, it just breaks chains. You see, today I was going to talk to you guys about the message of rejoicing and finding joy. And in a sense, I am. But the Lord has just called me to talk to you guys because I feel like a lot of you are going through many insecurities. And before we can get to the part of rejoicing and having joy, you've got to break down those insecurities. You've got to do it. You can't do it because you can't compare yourself to other people daily. You can't. If you do, you're going to really go crazy. You see, many people don't realize that there is something in them that's so unique that the Lord has placed in just them, and it's used to inspire other people. And a lot of people do know that, but they choose to not admit it because they're so focused on what they feel like is not good about them. That girl has such a beautiful personality. Why don't I have that personality? Well, you know what? You have an amazing personality too, but you just don't shine it because you're afraid of what people will think about it. And I have a story to tell you guys from the Bible, and it's called the parable of the talents. You see, there was 3 servants, and the Lord gave each servant a number of talents. The first one, he gave 10 talents. The second one, he gave 5 talents. And the third one, he gave 1. The one that had the most, he went out and he used it and he multiplied it and came back with more. And the Lord praised him for that, and he gave him extra things. He gave him even more. And the same with the 5th one, he went and multiplied it and he came back with 10 more. And the Lord gave him land, and he just gave him extra. But the one who had 1 talent, he went and he hid it under the ground because he was afraid to use it. And he was afraid of what people would think about him if he did use it. And you see, we are stopped by fear. A lot of us are that person that had the 1 talent. But you know, it doesn't matter how much you have. When you multiply it, you will prosper. When you use what the Lord has given you, you will prosper. And people will want to know about you. They'll want to know what that is inside of you. They'll want to know the Lord. Because let me just tell you that The Lord uses all things, even when you think that it's a mistake, even when you regret it. Why did I say that? Why did I do that? Well, there's a purpose for it in the end, and you're going to be a part of that amazing plan. And you never know what people will see in you, even when you're not noticing. The Lord is constantly using you, even when you think you did something as an accident, or even if it wasn't an accident. But He says in the Bible, ask of me, and I will make the nations your heritage, and at the end of the earth your possession. So you don't have to worry and focus on what you should be doing to prepare for the future and this and that, and just to worry and feel like you're not worthy and that you messed everything up and you're a mess, because everyone thinks they're a mess. Everyone messes up. Even those people that you think are living a great life and you think those things that they have are making them happy, most likely those are the very things that are breaking them and tearing them down inside. But you see, the Lord compares us to a tree. And He says in the very, very first chapter of Psalms, blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked. He is like a tree planted by streams of water that yields fruit in its season. Its leaves do not wither, and all that he does, he prospers. And the key phrase in that verse is that in its season, and it does not wither. His leaves do not wither, no matter how much you're going to fall and you're going to mess everything up. You think that, but the Lord's going to hold you through. He is. It might not be when you want it, but it's going to be in the season you're prepared for it. It will be. And so you can't worry about that. He says He plants you by streams of water. He gives you the resources you need to go out, and you will prosper once you humble yourself and you are obedient to the Lord. You see, you can follow the ways of the wicked. You can go out and you can drink and smoke and party and do all the things with the fun people, but those people are most likely not having fun. They just look like they're having fun, and they want people to make them think that they're having, or they want to make people think that they're having fun. That's what they want to do. But one thing that I can tell you is to not take away who you are to try to impress other people. Because I rather have one or two people by my side for the real me than to have everyone love me for being someone that I'm not. Do you know how broken I would feel to know that everyone loves someone that's not even me, that I'm trying to be every single day? It is not worth it, and it's not okay. You see, you are so perfect in the Lord's eyes. The Lord does not make mistakes, so you cannot tell yourself you're a mistake. The only reason why people think that is because they get it in their head and they tell themselves that. But you are so beautiful, every single one of you, on the inside and the outside. And I know it as a fact because the Lord doesn't make ugly things. He really doesn't. And so I just encourage you guys to live every day for what it's worth and to just have peace and knowing that the Lord is by your side and He loves you. His love is better than anything that you could ever imagine. And you just use that. You use that love to bless other people, to inspire other people, so that other people can come to know Him. So I'm going to leave you with this last verse in Psalms 5:11. But let all who take refuge in you rejoice. Let them ever sing for joy. So have joy in rejoicing for the Lord and knowing that I'm being obedient to Him and He's going to bless me in the long run. Don't be that one person that hides their talent under a bush. Don't do it. It's not worth it. And so I just encourage you to go out there and be the best you can be and nothing else. That's all the Lord asks of you. That's all He does. And so thank you for spending time with me on Light of the Town. I will see you next week. Follow my blog down below and subscribe.